What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we are cooking up the latest, and sometimes great, sometimes bad, gaming news headlines. And who better to join me today than John Hanson? Why don't you say what's up?
What's up? Yeah, I would not call this one a great headline.
No. But before we get into any of that, if you're new to Game Sandwich, throw a like on this video, throw a comment, subscribe here, and join our Discord. Links to that is all in the video description down below. Now, peek behind the curtain. I've been hard at work at content creation today for Game Sandwich. And in the cover of the night, Xbox decides to do something. John, what happened while my eyes were off gaming headlines?
Well, everything's getting more expensive. We kind of knew this was coming. I was kind of so let's just pull off the band-aid here. All Xbox consoles, well, current Xbox consoles are going up in price, as are controllers and headsets made by Xbox. And additionally, we are getting some brand new games this holiday season are going to start being priced at $80 instead of the what people would say the usual premium is 70. So yeah, just everything across the board is going up in price. I do want to stress though that is not every new game is going up to $80. For example, current games that have already released will stay maxed out at like $60 or $70, but there will be some games that go up to $80. It's kind of like how Nintendo's treating Mario Kart World. So, I mean, we can speculate about this, but I would say the best shots at games going up to $80 would be Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which is supposed to be Black Ops 7 this year, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, Fable,
Dark.
The Elder Scrolls 6 in like 10 years when that comes out will probably be like 90 or $100 instead of 80.
No.
Yeah, Perfect Dark is a great one as well. So games like that, maybe The Outer Worlds too. I would be very disappointed if that's the case. But we will see. Right now, we don't know exactly, but yeah, I do have the prices here for the new consoles. The Series S will be jumping up $80. The Series X will be jumping up $100. These are 5-year-old consoles this year, and they are jumping up $100 in the United States. This is happening everywhere. It's not just the United States that is getting the price increases, but I want to say that the United States has the biggest price increases. There's like they have a bunch of different pricing charts and everything, but I want to say the UK was hit the least or one of the least, but America was definitely hit the hardest because I think you know why.
Yeah. Again, it's not a matter of Xbox just woke up today and was like, hey, we're jacking up all the prices. I don't think that's the case. I look at the alleged list here. The Xbox Series X 2 TB Galaxy Special Edition console is going to be $730.
That's insane.
I ripped PlayStation for this. I was vocal about Nintendo. I'm going to do the same thing here with Xbox. That box is not worth $730, if not more after tax. Not one bit. At the same time, too, I look at this and I immediately saw $80 games, and suddenly Xbox Game Pass, I'm going to sound like a broken record, is suddenly the best deal in gaming. You get all these games on the service.
I would say it already was, but yeah, this also tells me though
that's coming too.
We're expecting another price increase for Game Pass sometime this year. Like we are getting too many big games on that. We're getting Clair Obscur. All the Xbox games are starting to come out. I honestly would be shocked. I would be absolutely surprised if we get through this summer without Game Pass getting a price increase right now.
Yeah, that'll happen after that Xbox Summer Showcase. But also, too, in the same week where Microsoft dropped their quarterly numbers, where it rose 5%, like as far as total revenue goes, and that's great, of course. But then they also seen 8%.
Record profits, by the way.
Yeah, like there's that in the same week. And it's like 8%
Yep.
growth in Xbox content service, like that whole department. And then a 6% decrease in hardware, which to me, we're this far in the generation. That makes sense. But again, record setting numbers for revenue and all this. It's not. I'm trying to find the right word here. It's not that I'm mad, and I know the implications. I know the world economy.
It's okay to be mad.
Yeah,
it's
no,
okay to be mad.
It's the fact that you released those numbers at the start of the week, and let's just say if they were in dire straits, sure, increase the prices, do whatever floats your boat. But record-setting prices, record-setting revenue, and it's like, when was the proper time to rip off the Band-Aid, I guess? That's the bigger question. Now on a random Thursday, maybe, but oof, I don't know. The $80 games, and comparing this to Nintendo real quick, then I'll shut up about this all. Xbox games, I was always saying, compared to Switch games, are offering so much more. Like a Call of Duty, like a Clair Obscura being an indie game is gigantic here. I'm not saying I'm happy paying the $80, but the price there almost justifies what you get here. I don't know. I feel icky saying that.
I don't think so. I
No?
can't agree with you there.
Really?
No. $80 is too much for any video game at this moment.
That's true.
We just recently, in the last few years, got the price increase to $70. Of course, everyone's going to point to Grand Theft Auto 6. We knew that one was already going to be like pushing $100 at launch. Yeah, no, I don't agree with it. I think anyone is perfectly justified in being angry at this. We're not. See, that's the thing. These games are going up in price, but it's not like you're getting everything in that game for free. When Call of Duty goes up in $80, you're still going to be asked to pay. What are the Tracer packs now? How much do they cost? They cost like 20 a pack.
There. Yeah.
All right, so what's to stop them from saying, okay, well, these are going up in price too, to $30 a pack? Like, it's just not going to end. It doesn't stop here. And of course, everyone's going to talk about, like, oh, why are the tariffs rising up the digital costs as well? Well, how gaming always has been. When the physical price goes up, so does the digital. Yes, it's wrong.
Yeah.
That's corporations for you. They're going to get as much money as they can. They're not going to keep the digital prices a little cheaper because they'll make the fucking dumbass argument that, oh, that will devalue our product and we don't want that. Like, yeah. No, anyone is completely justified in being angry at this, and I don't think the price is justified. Xbox is already struggling in terms of selling consoles. Like, I don't know what they could possibly expect this to do for their console numbers going forward. Like, the best thing Xbox has done in regards to this stuff is putting their games out on other services. Like, I know everyone hates that, but from a money standpoint, that was the best possible move. I wonder how long they've been planning this. Like, this is something that has definitely been in the works for at least a year.
Yeah, and Microsoft issued a statement to IGN. I'm just going to read the part that makes me laugh the most. They talk about, like, these times are changing and they're challenging, but they're doing that after careful consideration given market conditions and the rising cost of development. That last bit is what ticks me off the most, because it is these companies across the board that are making development costs get up for no damn reason. Yeah. And the quality and the parent time and development, all that stuff, does not reflect the final product at all.
No.
It doesn't.
No, this But I mean, there are some things to say about like prices going up in general, but for a large part of these games, especially the giant AAA blockbusters, these are self-inflicted wounds. These are games trying to be the Avengers of the gaming world every single time. Like, you don't have to keep pushing the bar. Like, make a fucking good game. That's all you need to do. But everyone wants to be the absolute best thing where it is the only place that you play. And we've seen it time after time again over the last decade. Destiny was the first one to really push this, and this is where this all started rolling. The live service, like, hey, this is the game that you have to play. Keep coming back to us. The FOMO addiction and all of that. Fortnite, PUBG, Overwatch, like just all these games. Call of Duty, of course, follows that so much. Yeah, it's not viable. The gaming industry is not in a good spot. We're getting price increases after EA just announced that they're laying off 300, 400 more people. Like, this isn't the end. Like, it's going to happen.
No.
Of course, we've got the Switch thing, that the Switch 2 stuff that everyone's mad about. PlayStation hasn't announced their price increases. Those are definitely coming now. I mean, they were already going to come. They're not. PlayStation and Xbox aren't making these decisions because Nintendo did it. PlayStation isn't making these decisions because Xbox did it. They're doing this because profit. Like, this was going to happen regardless.
Yeah, it's a big game of chicken as far as who's going to say it first. All of these things, like you were saying, were in heavy consideration for the past year or so. And we've talked about how gaming was, at some point in time, this bubble that just kept growing and growing and growing. And during the pandemic, gaming was at an all-time high because everyone was home. We are now living in that post-pandemic. Everyone's out now. Money's tight. We're living in that world. And these are the clear indications the bubble has popped. And we got to pick up the pieces and figure out what to do next. Do I see it getting better in the next 2 to 3 years? I'm looking at the date.
Nope.
It'll probably get worse. It'll probably
It's
get worse.
probably going to get worse.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the big one. I think that.
Oh, yeah.
There was a time where I was like, there's no way Grand Theft Auto 6 is going for $100 at launch. I would now be shocked if it's not.
Yeah.
Like, Rockstar is going to be pushing that for $100 at launch.
Even 80. I was like, maybe they throw us a bone. But then right there, I'm being naive. They're never gonna throw us a bone. I would be shocked if GTA 6 came out at just $80. Considering the size, the scope, they cite development cost here, how much money was funneled into GTA 6 that we don't know about. It speaks for itself. And price, all this stuff. I mean, looking at the prices, who's going to want to go out and buy a new controller? Who's going to want to buy a new console? I don't know. Like, third-party stuff now is probably going to be the place to be as far as if you want a new Xbox controller. If you want any of that stuff, you go third-party.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's always been a great place to live, right?
That's that, but for the sake of no longer being negative, that about does it for this episode of Community Kitchen. Man, it hurts. It really does. But we hope you guys enjoyed, tolerated this video. If you want more gaming content like this, keep it locked to Game Sandwich for all your latest gaming news, rumors, and reviews. But as of right now, I've been Kalo, joined by John Hanson, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.